Are you looking for some gloves for that next ride out? Then stay tuned. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about gloves, right? So if you guys are out there and you're cruising in that next ride out, and you want to be popping those wheelies, you might want to put some stuff on your hands to kind of make sure that your hands don't slip off that pedal and then you flip over. So today we're going to be taking a look at some gloves from Crushed BMX. Okay, so Crushed BMX is an offshoot of Crushed MX that sells motorcycle gloves. And what they've done is they've created all these types of designs and stuck them on these gloves, and they look pretty cool. So let's take a look at a couple of the sets that I bought. I have one from Damian Fulton. He is the creator of Radical Rick. I love that dude. He was a cartoon character growing up in BMX Plus magazines as a kid. Then I have the Mike Buff glove. Mike Buff was one of the most decorated old school BMX freestylers. He and R.L. Osborne were part of the BMX Action Trick Team. He has his own glove. And so let's kind of take a look at it. So if you take a look at these gloves, I mean, you can kind of see how they are just printed with these different designs, right? There's always going to be some sort of, design on the top of the glove, and then some sort of design on the bottom of the glove. And then it even has this thing on the finger so that if you want to use your smartphone can still work. So that's kind of a cool touch, right? And this one says, Mike Buff with the Crushed BMX logo on it. Now, I don't know if you can see, but on the glove itself, you can kind of see 3 broken fingers. And it's the same one on this side, and I'm thinking that they probably just reversed it and just swapped it on for both, unless he unfortunately broke 6 fingers at once. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out what the story is behind that, but there is a story, and I believe he did break at least 3 bones in a hand from some sort of jump or ramp or crash or whatever. But there's a story, like I said, behind it, and I gotta go find out what that is, but that's the reason for this. So for the BMX Action Trick Team, everything was in red, white, and blue, and that has been Mike Buff's signature colors, I guess. So SE Bikes is a sponsor of him. They came out with the Mike Buff Monster Quad or Fat Quad, or Mike Buff Big Ripper. They have a bunch of bikes with his name on it, and all of them have this red, white, and blue colorway. The gloves are made well. This is the large, and it has a little Velcro tab to keep that tight on the outside, and it feels good. Looks pretty stylish, right? So looks pretty good. And then as far as like working with the phone, if I can kind of do this, I can it works with the phone. So I can kind of see some different things. That little thing there works. I kind of wish it was a little higher, because if you look at it, these things are kind of low, right? And I'm not really swiping stuff up here. I'm usually using my tip. So I kind of wish that was a little higher, but I don't know. So that's the Mike Buff. Let's go take a look at the Radical Rick. Radical Rick, one of my favorite old school characters from back in the day. You can actually see I have a Radical Rick piece of artwork right there on the wall that I purchased from radicalrick.com. Damien has these drops every now and then, and we'll have these artwork sales from time to time, and I was able to pick something up. This is what the glove looks like on the front, and then you have the Crushed with the Stay Rad, and then that's kind of cool. I like that, where you have whereas Mike Buff's one was just like this with the stars, this one has Radical Rick on it. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I can do that. It's gonna take away. Yeah, I don't know. There you go. I think that's pretty cool. He has Radical Rick. There are 2 actual sets of these. This is the second one. The first one sold out. I wasn't able to get my hands on that one, but this is the second one, and that's what that one looks like. So this one kind of has that old school motocross style, you know, to it. Kind of looks more like, you know, those old school back in the day gloves that you would see with just the Radical Rick, you know, on the front with rad. Rad was his signature thing that he said all the time, stay rad. But nah, this thing is pretty cool. So I don't know. There's a bunch of different gloves up on the site. You can kind of take a look at. They are a huge sponsor of different bike life riders. So you got like people like Jacob Santos, Damon, the VW guy, Dayton, DZ, the guy that says don't panic all the time. Of course, you got the Mike Buff, and you have Matt Rickard, and I mean, even Jacob Santos's son, James, has one with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on it. So, but they got a whole bunch of ones. Vegas Pedal Blocks, Hood Rich Bike Life, Baby D Blocks. You got the Big Bike BMX guys have their own. Just a ton of different riders. So if you are into that bike life scene and you want to support some of these riders that are out there, you can purchase their gloves from crushedbmx.com. They're about 25 bucks for a set. But if you just follow some of these riders on Instagram, they'll usually post when a glove drops, and they always will stick out like a 20% off code. They're pretty easy to find. The codes have lasted for, I don't know, they're still working. I bought both of these sets with a 20% off code from just other people. You don't have to use the code for that particular rider. Any code from any rider works on any set of gloves. So that's a tip. Go take a look at their Instagram, maybe go look through their feeds, see if you can find, you know, posts about their gloves, and then they usually have posted their 20% off code somewhere in that post. Okay, but those are the gloves from Crushed BMX. Check them out. 25 bucks online, and you can support your favorite rider, and they come in tons of different styles. And if you're interested in other types of designs, check out crushedmx.com. They have a bunch of different gloves in tons of different styles. They have ones that look like the Simpsons or Coors Beer, Budweiser, whatever. They got tons of different styles out there. If you don't want to, you know, get one of these that are on the BMX side, you can check out the MX side and take a look at what they have there. All right, and that's it. If you like this video, hit that like button. That does help us out. It does help more people see this. If you aren't a subscriber, consider subscribing, and we'd love to have you. I try to post new videos each week. And until next time, take care of one another, be safe, and aloha.